videos today because this is impromptu. This is my rest day. And it's just, I've done one before on Wicked, but at the phone, bad thing about one after a live workout class that I did and talked about it a lot because of my thoughts on it and why I liked it so much. Probably look horrible because it is my rest day and I had to put on my hat and go outside because it is only 24 degrees outside to take the garbage, put some garbage to the curb. My husband already took the garbage can to the curb. I just needed to take some garbage out. So like, share, comment, and subscribe if you want to. My thing is, I thought it would be fun because I'm a huge fan of Wicked now, just like Natalie Nicole ASMR is. And the reason I have become a fan of it, I've always been a huge fan of The Wizard of Oz. And me and my husband always wanted to see Wicked on Broadway. Because Wicked was all about showing you why the Wicked Witch became who she was. That there was reasons why she was good at first and she turned evil. But what I love about this story is in both of them, there's going to be spoilers. So if you've never seen Wicked but are thinking about watching it, this may ruin it for you. And this may not ruin it for you because this may also make the choice for you that you need to go see it. Okay? The thing that I like about Wicked is that the storyline is Glinda and Elphaba are arch enemies at the beginning. They don't like each other. They argue, they fight, and it's quite comical at the beginning because of the things that they keep doing to each other because they do not like each other at all. And to Elphaba is a very down-to-earth person who is greatly misunderstood. She's green, so nobody likes her because nobody understands her because she looks different. Okay, does that remind you of anything of our society? We see somebody that looks different, that doesn't dress the mold of what today's dress standards are, and they dress completely different and unique. They don't follow the crowd in the dress styles. They don't wear their hair and follow the crowd or the dress styles or their makeup or anything else. They are who they are. They're unique. But everyone is scared of unique. Nobody likes unique. And that's the way our society is to this day. So Elphaba at the very beginning did not have a good start because when she was born green with green skin and everybody was afraid of her. Okay? And so Elphaba is a very big-hearted, down-to-earth person. Even though that nobody likes her, she still tries to be nice and kind to everyone else, even though they don't care for her. And she is very frustrated. And she looks at Glinda as a uppity, snobby, spoiled brat. On the other hand, Glinda, because Elphaba is green, and she demonstrated at the beginning of the first Wicked that she has extremely strong source powers, very strong magic that is just natural to her, that shows when she gets angry. And that's the only time it comes out is when she's mad. She doesn't know how to control control it very well yet. So Glinda looked at her as unusual and strange and something to be scared of, just like everyone else does. Elphaba is green and she's scary because she has these really strong magical powers. And so at the beginning, her and Glinda fight a lot. And I mean a lot. And it's so funny. I love who they cast Ariana Grande with because them two, their voices are absolutely magical. Them two, their duets, well, if they do not bring you to tears, nothing will. I'm a crier naturally. But even my husband was crying. Everyone in the audience at the theater was crying. Not when they weren't separate, but when they would hear the duets together, there's something about the way the duets they did, Elphaba and Glinda did together, was absolutely magical. And if you are not a musical fan, you may not like it, but I suggest you try to force yourself to watch it anyway because of the storyline. And I love how Glinda and Elphaba finally do become friends. Glinda actually is a good-hearted person, even though she looks like she's a spoiled rotten brat and popular and everything. And what happens is that she invited her to the dance, and knowing that nobody would want to talk to her, socialize with her, or would probably make fun of her as soon as she arrived because of her unique looking physique. So at first, Glinda didn't think she would show up, but to Glinda's surprise, she did show up to that party. And she started dancing, and everybody just stared at her, was afraid of her, and would not dance with her. Didn't understand what she was doing, but what Elphaba was doing was a popular dance in her area. What happened is Glinda was the only one who stepped up and danced with her. And because of that dance, that is my favorite part in the first Wicked, is that dance. Hi, Kevin. I'm good. How are you? Welcome in. What I loved about it was because Elphaba has never been shown any kindness. Nobody has wanted to ever play with her when she was a child. Nobody's wanted to dance with her or do anything. For the first time ever in Elphaba's life, somebody stepped up and danced with her. Somebody touched her hands. Somebody wrapped their arms around her. Somebody followed her every move and danced with her. And it brought Elphaba to tears. Elphaba began to cry. Not just cry. She bawled her eyes out while she was dancing with Glinda. And Glinda just wrapped her arm and just put her hand up on her face and rubbed her tears off of her cheeks gently. And before you know it, they were hugging so tight, and both of them were crying. And that is the beginning of Elphaba's and Glinda's relationship in Wicked. What I love about the movie Wicked is Elphaba is not wicked. Elphaba is, just because she's a unique looking, is very, very much misunderstood. And I personally, because I'm an empath, I'm very much on animals, very tender-hearted to animals. I love the planet. I'm the type that I could sit and stare for hours at clouds rolling by. I love the sunsets. I love the sunrises. I love the moon and the stars. Ah, hey, good morning. Hey, Enchanted. It's Enchanted Princess. Thank you so much. I love you, girly. How are you doing? But I am spoiling this for some of you maybe, so I apologize. But the whole Wicked, both of them, have two huge storylines behind them. Actually three. The first one, in my opinion, is do not judge somebody by their physique, by their looks. Because everybody was afraid of Elphaba because she had green skin, because she had strong magical powers. They weren't seeing beyond that. They were looking with their eyes only at her physical appearance and what she could do with her powers. They didn't take the time to sit down with her and talk to her and really get to know her likes and her dislikes, her favorite colors, etc., like Glinda did. So therefore, they all were afraid of her and scared of her. But it wasn't until Glinda took her under her wing that people started to see Elphaba for who she really was. But she still had this 50 to 90% of people that still were afraid of her because of what she looked like. So never, number one lesson in both Wickeds, is never judge a book by its cover. Never, ever look at somebody's physique and decide you do not want to be friends with them. You need to look here. You need to look here. That's what makes a person beautiful, not their outward appearance. That's the first lesson in Wicked. To me, the second lesson and second thing in Wicked is the most beautiful of the whole entire thing. And I should put that as third because it's my favorite. It's a story about love. It's a story about friendship. It's a story about a bond that never can be broken. No matter what Elphaba did, and even though Glinda didn't agree when she was a crowd pleaser and wanted to follow the crowd, she wished she had the courage to stand up like Elphaba did. But she didn't. But did she judge her because she had the courage to do what was right? No. Did she stop loving her and being her best friend because she decided to do what was right? No. Glinda loved Elphaba. She cried over her. She worried about her because she was no longer there with them. There was nothing she could do because she had made that decision and that choice to not follow the crowd and do something different. But it did not make her love love Elphaba anymore less. It did not make Glinda hate her. We still were super close friends. Even miles apart, she thought about her, cared about her, and worried about her, and loved her. So even those there was things that separated their friendship to where they couldn't be in contact, like she wanted to be with her, or Elphaba wanted to be with Glinda. Their friendship was so strong and their bond was so strong that nobody could tear it apart. That is the most beautiful part of the whole Two Wickeds, is right there. And honestly, I just feel like that's the best part of the whole Wicked, right there, is their love and their friendship that they had with each other. You know, to me, that is the most beautiful part of it. The third thing is Elphaba fought for the animals. That was the whole reason that they deemed her wicked. The Wizard of Oz and all of them were trying to silence animals. They were abusing animals. They were suppressing them. In the land of Oz, animals could speak like humans could. They could be heard. They could be understood. They even were teachers. But they suppressed them. They pushed them down. They abused them. They started to silence them. And Elphaba, seeing what was going on, she stood up for the animals. And that is what made her run away from the Wizard of Oz, because she knew that that was wrong. She disagreed with it. She disapproved of it. And she wasn't about to follow the crowd and go along with them because Glinda told her she should. Elphaba made her own decision. She stood up for animals. She stood up for animal abuse. So the beginning of the second Wicked, they're making the yellow brick road. The famous yellow brick road that we hear in the Wizard of Oz. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. The beginning of the movie, the second one, they are building Follow the Yellow Brick Road. They're building it. But while you're watching it at the beginning, it's horrible. They have oxes pulling and tugging on heavy things. When they get tired, they're hitting them with whips. They're hitting them, making them go even harder. And in fact, 1 to 2 of the oxes completely buckle and collapse under all the pressure because they're tired, they're hungry, but they don't care. They're animals. They don't have any say-so for themselves, correct? What happens? I mean, just right when you think that there's no help for the animals because Elphaba has disappeared. Elphaba appears, and she scares every single one of them away from the animals. She checks on the animals, she releases the animals, and she takes care of the animals because she can see that they're being hurt and abused by them. She makes them stop and makes them leave them alone. So that's the third thing in Wicked, is it's about animals, about animal abuse. The message is to stand up for the animals because we are their voice. We are the reason. Nobody else, they can't speak for themselves, so we have to speak for them. Elphaba knew that, and she stood up and she spoke for them. So that's what I liked about it. But the not ending of it, I won't completely tell it, but there is a song in the new Wicked that will bring you to tears. All I'm going to say is in it at the very beginning, they say that people come into your life for a reason. That's how the song starts out. People come into your life for a reason. And we don't know why, but they do. And those people change you. And because of you, I have changed for the good. Because of you, I have changed for the good. Because of knowing you and because of you being my friend, I have changed for the good. So at the very, very end of Wicked, they're both on 2 separate areas, 2 separate lands. But what they're doing is they're looking up at the sunset. And both Glinda and Elphaba are singing that song that they sung together one more time. And then the movie ends. And it will bring you to tears. I'm not playing. Because it's a reminder that if you have a really good friendship, it is no matter the distance or the miles between you, your love for each other as friends will never change and never waver, no matter what may come in between you. So keep those friendships strong. Protect our planet. Protect the animals because they don't have a voice. and give everyone a chance no matter what they look like. That is what the beautiful thing about Wicked is. So if you have not seen Wicked 1 or Wicked 2, I suggest you see them. And if you've seen one or the Wicked 1, then make sure you get out and you see Wicked 2 because it's amazing and you'll love it. And make sure you bring a box of Kleenex with you because even if you're not a crier, those duets that that Ariana does with her co-star is going to bring you to tears. And I am not playing. Hi there. Hello, Jeffrey. Welcome in. How are you doing today? So that's all I wanted to say. I haven't done a video on it, and I thought it would be fun to do one. You can't put video clips of Wicked in there because obviously it'll be copyright dings and things like that, so I couldn't do that for you. And I meant to do it on my second channel, Dixie's Friends, not Dixie Cuddles Fitness, so oops on my part, but hey. It happens. I'm having live class 3:30 Friday, and I'm doing it. I'm taking everything a lot slower, and we are going to do a beginner's step aerobics workout together. Probably will be my last step aerobics for a while, and I have a moderator and a friend on my channel who is completely blind legally. And so the next workout after this, I am going to do a very special workout where I'm extremely descriptive in all my moves to try so he can actually follow along and do the workout with me instead of sitting there listening and supporting. Hi, I'm from the United States. I'm from Illinois, and right smack dab in the middle of the United States, I live in the state of Illinois. Where are you from? Alright, you guys. So I'm going to get ready to end this. And I want to thank everybody for coming in and listening to me. And I hope that I didn't spoil it too much for you. And that you will take the time to go watch the movie Wicked. Because I think you will really enjoy it. You're from Indonesia! Ah, so cool! It's nice to meet you too. I'm glad you caught me before I got off. That's wonderful. I'm very happy to meet you. That's one thing, my favorite things about YouTube is meeting people from around the world. I love it. It's like, I feel like YouTube connects the whole entire world together. And there's some people that will disagree with me and not believe in that. But I do, because I've been doing YouTube for a while now. And I have people that follow my channel and that I follow their channel. Some are from Indonesia, some are from Pakistan, India. I have one that I'm following, and she lives in Korea. That her and I follow each other close, and I just love it. I think it's so awesome to meet people from around the world. So I am so glad you came in and said hello. I don't know how to speak Indonesia, but I've heard of the country Indonesia, and I have seen little things about it, and I think there's some spots there that are probably very beautiful, for sure. I definitely say that I feel like there is beauty in every country. You just gotta know where to look. If you don't live there, you don't know where the really pretty parks and areas are. You just don't know. Hey, Chris! How's it going? I haven't heard from you in a while. I hope you're doing good. And I'm sorry I haven't been keeping up with you like I want to either. It's not that I'm doing that on purpose. I just haven't been able to catch up with you. I need to check and make sure. Maybe sometimes YouTube is stupid. I've had times where I was close to people, and because I hadn't had a chance to watch their stuff for a while, it would kick me off. And I'll be like, it's kicked me off of people before. And I'm just... all of a sudden realize I'm not getting notifications, and then I go to the channel and realize, well, they kicked me off for some reason. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good, actually. How are you doing? I'm taking kind of a rest day today because we had our first snow of the year. And this is unheard of. Usually the first snow, number one, doesn't stick. And number two, it's usually 2 or 3 inches. We had 8 inches of snow for our very first snow of the year. So that's kind of making me nervous about what our snowstorms are going to be like this winter. Because I'm like, Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of snow for the very first snow for us. Oh no, I hate when it does that to you. Yeah, I sometimes they're really, really slow on the notifications. So yeah, it's crazy. I mean, life is crazy though, right? So yeah, I've decided today is a rest day for me just because I shoveled snow all day Sunday because my husband was cooking the turkey. And we had friends over and we have a huge circle drive. So it takes a minute to shovel it. And it's like the more than the length of my house. And I'm like, and then I had to help with, I'm pulling around a bunch of PDQs, which are really, really heavy on yesterday. So my muscles are like, ouch. So I'm trying to make myself do a full rest day today and heal. And I haven't done anything about Wicked, and I love to do the reviews, even if I'm not able to do the movie clips because of copyright things and stuff. Because, especially if it's one I really liked and I think people should watch, because even if you're not into musicals, uh, it's amazing. It is so good. But I really, really like Wicked, and obviously. And I watched the first one and was in love with it, and I really like. Really, Elphaba is mainly Elphaba and Glinda are the two main characters. So, Ariana's co-star was the woman. I think she's from another country. But she's got British accent, so I feel like she's from the UK somewhere, and she's a very famous actor singer over there. And they paired her with Ariana, and I think that they made the right choice. Absolutely, their chemistry on camera is absolutely amazing, and their duets, especially in the second one, are gonna bring you to tears. You can feel everything, and they feel. You can feel the emotion that is supposed to be behind that scene. You can feel it. You can feel it all. I mean, they both do so well with it, and the duets literally will bring you to tears. You will need a box of tissue if you are at all a crier at any point in time in any movie. If you've ever cried in a movie, you're going to cry in this one. It's like I think the whole audience walked out and did not have a dry eye at the end of that movie. It's impossible to watch the second Wicked to the end without crying your eyes out. I'm not playing. It's amazing. The whole audience, everybody walked out of that theater with red eyes and tear-stained faces because it was just amazing. You're a dude. Guess what? Don't play with me. My husband is too. And he doesn't like, he'll be mad at me because he doesn't like that admitted, but he was crying, literally in tears during it. Um, so he was wiping his face too at points. It was amazing. You know, even the guys that were in that movie were crying at one point. It's just until you really see it and you understand it, you won't you have to see it and feel it yourself in person to understand why you can't can't hold it back. It's amazing. Ah, you liked you liked Repo. Okay, cool. Who lives with me? My husband. It's just me and my husband actually. That's who lives with me. Oh, and I have two cats that are my babies. Yeah, another musical I like. Well, I've really gotten into some of them. Every girl likes Grease. I mean, that are my age. We all like Grease, okay? So that's a given. Um, but I really big on the Phantom of Opera, and it's because I got to see it for my very first time ever. It was my very first Broadway play, so it's kind of means something, has a meaning to it for me because it was my first one. And I didn't see it just anywhere. See, my sister lives, and she lives here in Springfield in the summertime and Belize in the wintertime now. But at the time, she lived in New York, not New York City. Everybody thinks New York City. She lived in the upper part of New York. She lived in a little town called Ravenna. And she lived 4 hours away from New York City. So one of the times that me and my brother and his wife went up to visit her, we made plans to go see the Phantom of the Opera in person on Broadway, Manhattan, New York City, Broadway. So we went into New York City and spent the whole day there. It was amazing. And we watched the Phantom of the Opera. And I actually bought that CD probably the second day after I got back from vacation from there, so I could listen to it anytime I wanted to. And it's, it's like when it's your first one and you see it in person, and it's just like they did amazing. It was actually the understudies. We didn't watch the one at night because we wouldn't have gotten home until like 3 a.m. in the morning, 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning, because it's a 4-hour drive. We watched the afternoon one. It was the understudies, but the understudies even were amazing. And the effects they used on the stage and everything, I was like, wow, it just blew me away. And I loved it. Oh, that's cool. So there was a lot of like famous actors in it. That's awesome, actually. That is so cool. Yeah. I really like stuff like that. I really do. I'm trying to think. But yeah, I just liked it. The storyline was kind of cool because Phantom was in love with Chrissy, but so was Raoul, which was like the kind of the manager of the opera house. And so both the Phantom and Raoul was fighting over her. And the Phantom tried killing and kidnapping her. He kidnapped her twice in the movie, in the play. And but Raoul won on the end because he was sweet and kind to her. And the Phantom, as you can guess, he definitely was scary and killed more than a few people in the play. So she was scared of him. So she didn't really want anything to do with him. He kind of ruined it after he killed the first person of having his chance with her. So, but anyway, it's just kind of one of those things. But look, I need to go. I want to stay on, but I'm going to go because I got things I need to get done today. And I just thought it would be kind of fun to come on and talk about that. And tell you guys what it was like for me. And I really think you would like it if you haven't seen it. If you were liked The Wizard of Oz at all when you were a kid, you will enjoy Wicked. Later, it's good to see you, Chris. I'm so glad you come in and said hello. I will try to get in on your next live. I hope you have a wonderful day. Everyone, please have an amazing day. Enjoy your day today, no matter what you're doing. It's 24 degrees outside. Still snow in my driveway. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm just chilling at home, getting some laundry done, that kind of fun stuff. So have an amazing day, everyone. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out my other channel, Dixie's Friends, and have an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me today and for all your support. That's not what I meant to say. Keep moving, keep eating healthy, and don't ever give up, because that's the main thing. Not to give up on yourself or anything else. It's important that you stay true to yourself, stay true to your journey, and keep fighting for your goals in life to better yourself. Have an amazing day.